play guitar.
Greg, I do drums.
Brad, I play guitar.
Trent, I do vocals.
My name is Mike, and I play bass.
And you guys just released a new single today.
Yes, we did. Very proud of it.
So does that mean that there's a new album in the works? Is there anything you could tell me about that?
Yes, actually, we've been hinting for the past around 6 months or so, even Pokemon Go came out. All of us joined a certain team on Pokemon Go, which is Instinct. So at every show, in a lot of our shows, we were putting this little detail in the post would say, if you come in and you play Pokemon Go and you show us that you're on Team Instinct, you'll get something for free from our merch.
Like a free wristband or a free sticker or something like that.
So we kept kind of hinting at those little things at these shows, and people I don't think really understood that yet, and they still might not. And so we just released our single today, All That's Left, featuring Ryan Kirby of Fit for King, and our next coming EP is actually going to be called Instinct. So
there we go.
Actually got everything recorded off of that. Currently, we're just working on finalizing everything, and then that'll be coming out hopefully this coming summer.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, we're really stoked about it.
It's gonna be awesome.
If you are fighting for this peace, day after day, I fight wanting to.
The other question I wanted to ask is, I know you guys from playing at the Foundry in Cleveland.
Right.
You guys are an Ohio band, so I don't often see a lot of Ohio bands coming and playing in Pennsylvania. So how exactly did you guys get on this show?
Nick?
We're good friends with Amabasi from Erie, Pennsylvania. Zach sent me the way towards Ashes of a Generation, and they just put us on this show, so we're really stoked to be here. It's a sweet venue, a lot of good food, good beer, so it's a great time.
So yeah, we want to give a shout out to Amabasio and Zach Thundercloud. Thank you for getting us on this show. We're really stoked to be playing out of state again. So.
And Voodoo Brewery.
Right,
and Voodoo Brewery. The way they treat the bands is just, I've never seen it before. So, if you don't know the Voodoo Brewery in Meadville, PA, come here. Come here if your band can get a show here, play here.
And we've definitely, we're trying to really reach out and, because, we all have very hectic lives, outside of the band. Two kids, wives, bills, like everybody else's normal lives, So it's very hard for us just to kind of drop everything and go on tour. We were unfortunate enough to go on tour last August with a band called Into the Harbor, which was phenomenal. It was a blast. Blast of a tour. Did we play to a lot of people? No. But it was the experience and it was a blast. We won't trade it for the world. And it's very hard to get into Cleveland, and that may be because of Peabody shut down or what it is, and plus for us to play in Cleveland, that's about an hour drive for us. So a lot of those shows are very ticket based, so we gotta really push tickets for those shows. So we're really trying to branch out and kind of slowly work our way, in and around here. If it's PA or it's Michigan or so on and so forth, little stints that we're able to do, weekend warrior runs. So we've been really kind of trying to push for that. So when we had this opportunity, we're like, yeah, let's do it. It's only an hour and a half away from where we're at, which isn't bad at all. So we had a nice scenic drive of nothing. The whole way. It was like a lot of farms.
It was a pretty relaxing drive.
Yeah, a lot of trucks, and it was great.
School bus parked in one driveway.
Yeah.
Good time.
Yeah, no, we saw that, didn't we?
Did you see the school bus that had the front end was 2 rows of seats, and then the last half was a cherry picker crane on it?
No,
That was sick. I was like, I
that's
need it.
insane.
No. That's definitely what we're trying to focus on, trying to branch out a little bit more, try to push this single so we can try to get some hype building for our EP release.
You said it was kind of hard to get into Cleveland. What has your overall experience been with the Cleveland metal community?
It's not that the experience in the community is bad. They're great. It's like a giant family. There's always going to be bad apples with anything. There's always going to be, those people, but that's what anything you do. But it's not that. It's just hard to get in Cleveland because it's not that there's a few good metal bands. There is 20, 30, 40, 50 good metal bands in Cleveland, and they're all good. So if you're looking at it as a promoter standpoint, it's what good metal band do I get on this next show? So it's there's a lot going on. When you start to do it, for example, bands who are really kicking ass right now, like A Sense of Purpose, they're getting out a lot of good shows because they're busting their ass, and they deserve it. You know, and that's what it seems. You know, that's what it takes. You got to bust ass. You got to show the promoter that's putting those shows on. You know, regardless who it is, that you're willing to put forth that effort instead of just like, yeah, we sold a few tickets here and there, and that's what we're really trying to do. That's one thing that I can say that we lack on a lot of times is, you know, we bust our ass when we can, but we always seem to fall short on ticket sales, and I don't know if that's lack of effort on our part, which it may be, but it's still difficult to really push, you know, especially since we're from an hour away and it's basically a small little hick town, kind of like, you know, a lot of times we're passing through in PA, you know, you tell a lot of those guys, hey, you want to come to our next show? And they're like, oh, where's it at? You know, it's in Cleveland. Oh no, fuck that. You know, we're gonna wait until you're closer, you know, and then it's like, oh, cool, you know, and that happens a lot. So you got to really think outside the box, and you got to start hitting as many people can, post it in the chats, you know, like, hey, we'll deliver tickets, we'll go out of our way, you know, just let us know.
Your best bet, honestly, for selling tickets, in my experience, is to hit up other people in bands, because other people in bands recognize how important it is to support the scene. It's very hard to be, even on a local level, it's very hard to be successful as a metal band. The reach is harder, the venues are smaller, sometimes out of the way. Overall, I'd say my experience with the Cleveland metal scene has been just absolutely stellar. I've been playing these phenomenal shows. Trent mentioned the Sense of Purpose. I actually just filled in with them on Wednesday. We played with After Burial and a Muir, and that was a phenomenal show. There were so many people that I recognized from Foundry shows, from Outpost shows, coming there, supporting these local bands. Well, just the one local band and all these other touring spots. And it meant a lot for that kind of response to be, I guess, given or taken or whichever you're looking for. Overall, I guess to sum it up, we just have to say support local music. That's really all we can say, because it will die if you don't support it.
Your biggest support, it seems, is going to be other bands that are willing to support you.
Right.
You know, you support them, they support you. It makes it like a community, a family, like you said, a metal community more than a scene. You know, and you know, a lot of bands, you know, we come out and support their show, and like, hey man, do you think you can make it to this next show? And sometimes they're like, nah man, I can't. I have this going. Hit me up the next show. Or sometimes, you know, and more often than not, that's usually the case. And like, yeah, hey man, they'll message you, hey, when's your next show? Let me come out. You know, I have a friend of mine coming up, you know, driving an hour and a half up here tonight to see us, you know, and that's cool just because he wants to see us, and he's going to be at the next couple shows just because he enjoys our music that much, you know. That's really humbling that somebody's willing to, you know, make that drive out here to just see us play. He doesn't know what's going on out here. He doesn't know if we're going to be playing to a chair, you know, but he's coming to hang out and, you know, have a good time.
A lot of the time it's like you share fan bases too, like you start meeting bands and then their fans start liking you, your fans start liking them.
Right.
You kind of like all share shows, and then when you all get on this like powerhouse show, it's like, it's so cool to just have everyone there, and like everyone's like, oh, I love all the bands in the lineup. So that's bring my monster bass. The one thing about me.
Next song's called Anchors. Oh, we changed? Oh, apparently we changed it, so what do we play? Okay, this song is called Chronicle, according to my drummer.
All right, and one last question. I saw your single on Facebook video. Where all can we find it?
YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon.
Pretty much any
Google Play.
Yeah, pretty much any digital music distributor. We want to give a big thanks to DistroKid for helping us get our music out there. It was what we used to get the music released, to get the music out there, and you know, it's been working phenomenally. It's been such a smooth process.
Yeah, very, very simple process. You can teach a toddler to set it up. It's super simplistic. It is, and it's quick and it's easy. You know, it doesn't cost a lot of money. And, you know, you're getting on the major retailers, like you said, iTunes, Google Music, Amazon. You know, the major retailers that's going to carry that music, and you know, and hopefully people go and buy those music. You know, which would be awesome, you know, but again, it's also going to be on Spotify, so you're going to be able to stream that for free as well. You know, like I said, the song released today at 12:30 p.m. You know, we just released that today. Again, it had Ryan Kirby, Fit for a King on it, which is awesome. We actually were able to, you know, another big reason, like you mentioned, that show with the Mirror, it was Ryan King's band, Fit for a King, was on that show, so they were able, Mike and Nick were able to stay late enough for him to come back out, and which was cool of Ryan to do since he was actually really sick. He was sick, and you could hear it on stage when he was performing too, but he still came out after the show, met with these guys, took a picture, they both held up 2 fingers, saying, hey guys, 2 days to do the thing, you know, and that's super cool that he came out, he did those guest vocals for us, you know, even though he conveniently was on tour in Cleveland, and we were around the time of releasing our single, you know, but it still worked out really well, and we're glad we were able to make that connection.
All right, guys. Well, I think that's about it for the interview. We'll have a great night tonight.
Thank you so much.
See you later, guys.
Thank you.